Hello? Boo. And ooh. Hi. Hi, everybody. I am. Zero watching. Oh, good. Oh, hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Hello. It is good to see you, a person. Good. Hi, Ninja Bunny, and Rosie, and both of you who are here. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm here. I exist. I'm so 3 watching. All right, that's good. That's very good. 2 comments and yeah, I suppose it'll take a minute for the dashboard to catch up. But yeah. I'm here. I feel okay. I'm thinking about all of the things. All of the things. I have been thinking about very many things lately, and trying to decide. I guess complicated things. There. That can be shrunk a bit. Just a bit. We can also put the alert box, like, yeah. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do fine. How is everybody? How are all of you? Hopefully doing good, people. Hopefully. Yeah, I could anxious. Oh, what's making you anxious right now? Is anything specific, or like just everything in general? Everything. Everything. All right. Well, that's good. Yeah. I go back to Pete's tomorrow. Like do you have like a pizza job, or just like eating pizza, or pizza delivery? Oh. Hey, why isn't the chat working? That's weird. Should probably refresh the chat scene, I guess. Or alternatively, let's see. Don't I have another chat box source? I do. What happens if I refresh that? There we are. Now the chat box. Now there's a chat box. Okay, now that the chat box actually is there and exists. Yeah. I don't know why I had trouble with that chat box before, but whatever. Put it in a box, you know the rest. I actually don't. I'm not sure I'm familiar with this thing. I feel a little silly. But it's cool. Here, let me find the vid. I guess I'll put the vid on the stream so everybody knows what this is. Why not? I just changed the color more. It's so tiny. I should change the font size too. If it's going to be at that. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. Purple black's fine. The Hatsune Miku one. Or pink black. Yeah, sort of like the funky reddish brown. That's okay. I think. Font setting. Font size. Anyway, yeah, when you find the vid, I'll just like put it up on the stream so everybody knows what we're talking about. Because why not? Let me go check. I should be able... Got the comment muted. That's strange. It's going in Joyce's Discord. Okay. I will look there. Actually, oh yeah, I think it must be because I've set it such... I've set the community settings such that they block links. New comment. Live chat messages with URLs will be blocked. Alright, yeah, okay. Yeah, I said that mostly because I'm... I do not want other... I do not want, like, other... I do not want bad people to go onto my Discord. Well, you can if the moderator enables it. I mean, I don't... Sorry, I messed up my words. I don't want bad people to, like, find my channel and start spamming bullshit in the comments and trying to like dox me and whatever. So I set up like the community settings so that to make that harder to do. And part of that is disabling links. So you can still send links to the YouTube comments, but I have to enable them. I have to like approve those comments with links manually. Let me just pop this. Okay. This is the thing then? Okay. Please rise for the Italian national anthem. I would... Well, I don't really know what to think of that. This is not my job, I just make pizzas. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that video's the exact sort of random humor that I'm not really into. Yeah. I think I mentioned it before. I mean, it probably would be a fun. I don't know. I only like the weird thing about random things about like some sort of random things like that, and like scrolling down to the comments like I did, and all the people saying stuff like, well, pizza, I'm allergic to pizza, but that's a different thing. I mean, I'm allergic to pizza by proxy because I'm allergic to gluten. Uh, but like everybody, like, people, what was it that was said in the comments that was there? Um, right, in the comments, yeah. I can't sleep because of this. I get more suicidal every time I watch this. I'm so close to killing. Sorry, content warning, I guess, by the way. I should have been more careful about that. Someone else says, I see this every time I close my eyes. Heard this on a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure group with Buchalati's face, beautiful face, and I literally almost died laughing. Whoever actually made this, thank you so much. We have gluten-free pies at Domino's. We actually cut them with a new cutter if someone's gluten-free. Ah, I am... Yeah, I mean, I have other allergies, so I don't know how much. I'd have to check. I guess what else is there, but I don't know. I tend to. What's the word? Yeah, I feel like I had something else I was saying that I was trying to think of saying, but I forgot. So I forgot. I'm going to try and chillax my back a little bit. Jeez. What am I doing with anything? All allergies are valid. That's good to know. I'm glad about that. Boo. Yeah. I am really... I don't know. What's up with things currently? Simfolk, I mean, well, nobody paid me. Nobody paid me to. Okay, well, I mean, my Patreons paid me, but nobody paid me to shill Simfolk here. So. And that's the truth of that. What the hell happened to the chat box again? I just adjusted the height a little, then it disappeared. Anyway. Yeah, that's just strange. Oh, jeez. Need to just make another chat box, maybe. Well, okay, I don't know if it's back. I've only ever heard of Symphogear. I hear lots of people talking about it, but never know in any way that makes sense to me. Oh, great, now we have two of them. I'm gonna delete this one. All I know is that it's the best show ever, and I should watch it. Well... I don't think I can. Oh, wait. Can I see live? Can I see them in live chat? No, it doesn't seem like I can, yeah. No. But... I mean, what do you mean? Are you joking? Or, like, what? I don't know. Forchan's mecha board has Symphogear generals. But ain't trusting those gays. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't trust them. Maybe. I have no idea. I don't use 4chan. So, I have, like, never used any chan boards, unless you count Reddit's as one. Which it kind of is, but Reddit's is, like, not really. Yeah, at least I can't see it in the chat right now on the dashboard. So it seems like it's just being completely erased. Or on my end, at least, the link. But yeah, like, most, from my experience, most, like, Symphogear isn't popular, I mean, it is popular, but it's not as popular as the other, as big shonen anime, like, I guess Demon Slayer now. Rotating cycle of shonens that come in and out that Jeff Thu makes his living talking about all the time, because I presume he likes them. He says he does. I mean, have you seen my video about Symphogear? Because I know it's really long and whatever, but, like, I talk about it. I could explain, like, I could explain Symphogear right now, but I'd just be kind of reiterating the things I said in that video, and that's a thing. So, I guess, like, maybe the one thing, like, some people say have, like, described Symphogear as, like, Macross crossed with, what is it? Some people say it's, like, Macross crossed with JoJo, more like, and some people saying it's other. I haven't seen Macross though, and other people comparing it to Nanoha. Um, I haven't seen Nanoha either. In my video, I compared it to JoJo, and Madoka, and Kill La Kill, and Gurren, and what else did I compare it to? I think that was it. So one thing I guess I stumbled on a lot. Well, not stumbled on. Like, one thing I elected not to do in the plot of, in the video that I made. I didn't talk about. I didn't actually explain what the plot of Symphogear was fully. I talked about, like, the backstory of Symphogear and whatever. I said, like, some things that happened in it, like, as they pertain to me. As they pertains to my argument, which is kind of how I approach every video. It's a little boring to just recount the show beat by beat by beat, and I'm not CinemaSins, so wanna just talk about the parts of the things that I like, and assume that if people are curious about the things that I say, then they'll go watch the show for the whole story. That's what I like to think, anyways. But you know what? I'm in a mood. I'm in a reading mood, so I'm just gonna read some Wikipedia out loud. Why not? In like a comedic sense, if I can make this funny. I don't know. I have a voice. Okay. So what do we got? It's the better. In the near future, musical warriors wielding armor, known as Symphogear, fight against an alien race known as the Noise. Hibiki Tachibana, a girl who was rescued from the Noise 2 years ago by a Symphogear user named Kanade, who died in the ensuing battle, ends up inheriting her power to fight against the Noise. The first blah 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 blah, all about the blah, blah. I could keep on going and reading this in, like, the trailer person voice. The vid on the wiki page for CBT. The wiki page for CBT. Wait. CBT. Is there an is that the? It's a magical girl show. It's a magical. It has power. It's tangentially. Yeah, it's magical girl / mecha. It's mecha. It's mecha girl. Yeah. That makes sense, I guess. Tangentially mecha. I googled it. I got cognitive behavioral therapy. I could keep reading things in dumb movie trailer voices. Yeah, no, this is nothing new to me. I've heard of this kind of thing before. I'm not going to talk about it, though, I don't think. I don't have much to... this is the kind of shit that my mom would have, like, sent to me when I was 17 or whatever. But yeah, yeah, there's a lot of... Symphogear is like the peak, peak anime bullshit. like some of the awesome, like it's just it's Sympho Gear is anime in its purest thing, I guess, is how I would. I mean, I said this in the video. I said this in the video. I maybe Rosie will explain to me what CBT is in the Discords. I have no idea. So it's fine. Oh. Well, okay. That wasn't what I thought it was. I mean, well, whatever. Google still returns cognitive behavioral therapy, so I guess that's, just what it is for this stream. Who cares? I mean, I'm sure. I'm saying that ironically. I'm sure some of us do care, but if it had come up, I wouldn't have read it out loud. Anyways, so what other things can I do with my? I don't know. I have no idea. Wait, what? Gushin just tweeted something strange-ish. Hey, what the hell happened to the internet anyways? Is it just catching up? Oh, good grief. Okay, well, whatever. I mean, the stream still seems to be working. So whatever. Is the stream still working? Yeah, can everyone still hear me? I hope so. I'd hope so. The internet's being weird with other things. CNBT could refer to crazy, noisy, bizarre town. Okay, good. Good, yeah, because the internet right now it's weird. It's not loading Twitter or Discord or anything else other than the stream and the stream feed and the stream messages and the stream in general. And I don't know why that is. That's strange. Well, well, I guess I'll just wait for it to recover. Maybe that'll happen. If it gets really bad, I'll reset the connection. So, what else, I guess, is, I felt like I was about to say something else, but I forgot. I got distracted by all of this nonsense. Right, yes, yes, my next, so my next video is, yeah, it's on Saturday. It's about Madoka, the magical girl anime that is kind of like Symphogear, but not really at all. They shares a protagonist voice actress with Symphogear, but her voice does not feature in the video because I am a person who uses the other voices. But Ayuki is a good voice actress, and I like her. Ayuki? Ayuki? Fuck. I feel like I should know how to say this, though. AOI. Oh. I'm glad. Yeah, but I like Madoka's. Both the Madoka Japanese and English cast are really good in my opinion. I really enjoyed your video on Carol and Tuesday. I just finished. Christine Marie Cabanos has a jewel of a voice. She's just really good to listen to. I love her voice. Hello, Nicholas Farrington. Good to see you about. And yeah, Socially Inept Spider-Man. I really enjoyed your video on Carol and Tuesday. I just recently finished the show and I'm in love with it. Thank you for watching the video, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I am thinking about doing another video on it when I get around to it. I did like watch the entire show, and I think it's I think that Carol. I really didn't. I think the show's good, but I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Ultimately, like, it's still really good. It still has a lot of good stuff in there, but I feel like it leans way too heavily into the whole political intrigue plot. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that being there. But it doesn't feel, it doesn't feel real. I'm sorry, I'm confusing people who haven't watched the show. I don't know. I haven't really fully baked my opinion of the show yet. I'll decide how I feel about it when I rewatch it and then make the full video on it. But yeah, like, I liked it. I liked it a lot, and I have some feelings about it. Conflicted feelings, because, I like the idea it has of. I liked what it was going for. I feel like it should have gone about it in a less less of a hero's journey way, So, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, the dub voices for Madoka are really, really good. Still, I think they are. It's certainly a better anime dub than most anime dubs. The second half of it isn't coming out till Christmas. I also want to watch the dub of Carol and Tuesday. I'm waiting for the other half of the dub to come out. And yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I want to, and I do want to I do want to rewatch it because Purple Penguin, hello. It is good to see. I don't think I've seen you before, but it's good. Glad you're here. Welcome, and yeah. If you're, and yeah, so I guess also while we were talking about my new video for a minute, yeah, it's out on Saturday, the new video, which is about Madoka, and yeah, I don't want to spoil it a bit at all, but it's a relatively, compared to everything else I've done, it's not as weighty as the other things I've made. Yeah. So Carol and Tuesday has like 24 episodes of like that were spread across 6 months. Netflix released the first 12 episodes, or the first 3 months of episodes that were broadcast, and I watched it with fan subs, not through Netflix. But yeah, and so the remaining 12 episodes that were like, the show's done, but the 12 episodes that are remaining, that are going to be dubbed and subbed by Netflix, and then they'll release that in December. And but I've already seen all 24 episodes in Japanese with the fan subs that exist. And it's a fine show. It's a pretty good show. I like the episodic structure of it. Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's the thing that I really like the most about it. Like, I like the arc that I like the first half of the show's larger story. Yeah, that's a weird thing for me. Like, I like the individual characters and their stories. I like Tao's arc a lot. I think his arc is really interesting. That his motives for like that his motive that like the thing I find super interesting about Tao as a character is that like his motives are like that like at the beginning, you expect him to be like a cynical, trying to make, like, he's presented as like this cynical, producer character who's just cynically trying to make, the mass market art for the mass market people that's, designed to appeal to the right people. But then as his arc like goes on, it's really interesting to me that like you find out that he does want to make like the empirically, objectively correct art, but he has like a really it makes sense why he would want to do that when you like understand what he what he is living with, and the art, and like the art as the art kind of like he has a genuine motive. He has like a genuine fascination and motivations with like I guess the best way I might say this is, you might tell somebody that like it's impossible to perfectly copy the Mona Lisa, but like somebody still really this hypothetical artist like still really, really wants to copy the Mona Lisa, and like still keeps trying because they still really want to find that perfect equation for copying the Mona Lisa. Like they have some sincere fascination in that pursuit, even though it might be impossible or useless. And I feel like that's kind of Tao, and that's really interesting to me. That's a super interesting narrative for a character. it's like a lot of the other characters, they have like the individual characters have their own personal character arcs. They have narratives that like this that tie into the theme of the show in really interesting ways and everything. But like the way what it's all sort of and those are all really interesting stories. But they're all built up. What they're all built up in service of feels a little like it falls a little bit flat. The songs are really good. I really like the show in general. And yeah, I think I'm probably going to go back to this stream in like 3 months' time to be like, what did I say about Carol on Tuesday? What can I reiterate on and fix? I don't know. Let's figure it out. What can I make a coherent idea? I'm looking forward to thinking about that more. I don't know. I don't know if anybody in the show, I mean in the chat, has seen the whole show. I know at least two of the people here, the two people who brought it up didn't. They Ninja Bunny and Socially Inept Spider-Man. You two watched the dub on Netflix, but yeah, if anybody in the chat has like seen all of the show, all 24 episodes, like I have, I might be. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you don't want to spoil the show for the other people who haven't seen it, but you can try to talk around. I mean, and I'll probably just move on if nobody pursues this point. But yeah, sorry if I'm boring people with my talking. Yeah. I've seen the second opening. That's about it, though, past the first 12 episodes. Okay. Yeah, the second OP animation is really good. I really like it quite a lot. I think it is a good OP that is there. So yeah. Oh jeez. Okay, YouTube still works, at least. I'm just gonna close Discord. After the stream is over, I'll have to reset the internet and get the things back, but YouTube still works. So, IDK, personally, I love spoilers. It gives me a reason to get invested in a story and want to watch it, but that is just me. Yeah, that's the thing, you never know for sure. Like as a general, I mean, as a general rule, like I will warn people when I bring up spoilers, which I do in my video on Saturday. That Madoka, I tell people I'm going to spoil the show in that video. I don't really use the word spoil though. But yeah, Carol's character, Carol and Tuesday, their character designs, yeah, the show's character designs are really good. And I'm sure like other people have, opinions about the way that the show, like the way that the animators draw the characters who are like the racial and ethnic minorities. I'm sure plenty of people who are actually those minorities have opinions about that, and like that's not really something I can speak on because I'm just a little white trans girl, but yeah, like I do think like from a visual standpoint, like all of the character designs are certainly they're certainly interesting and vibrant, and all of the and it's cool to look at. Gus's character designs and like everybody. It's like also yeah like the young Gus character design paired with like the present day, like that alone like the character designs alone are just really good at like saying a lot about the characters, and that's like just by looking at them, you're telling the kind of people that they're supposed to be. Although that is I don't know, and it is also really interesting to me just thinking. I guess that also kind of fits into like I guess what is happening like with the theme of like the show later on, how like okay, I don't really want to like spoil that. Uh but yeah, like it's pretty clear from like the way that it's presented that Mars is like a very ethnically and racially and culturally diverse planet, like the community there and everything, and like that everything, and it's like the way that like the way that like that's like set into the shows, like the thing that you getting used to seeing all of these different people around. So there is kind of a there's kind of like a and that kind of contributes to the sense of the stakes later on, and for specific reasons that I really don't want to. I feel like I shouldn't spoil it, but at the same time, like it's really predictable. You see it coming. It's very openly telegraphed as that's where we're going with this. I feel like I should shut up now. I really feel like I should shut up. This is the sort of rambling that I would write off in a script and then delete away. I'm a little. I don't think that matters, the universe of the show. That would be. I mean, there it matters insofar as like they're both shows directed by Watanabe, and the Easter egg, and like they use the same currency, but they also use the same currency in Space D&D, and I think Samurai Champloo. No, Samurai Champloo isn't the space show, is it? I forget. But yeah, like Watanabe just likes using Wulongs for space money, and it's hard to tell if it's because they're actually I think they're just about set in the same universe, just about as much as Quentin Tarantino's movies are set in the same universe. Like he said they were, but like it doesn't actually matter to the story, so it doesn't actually factor into the reading of the looking at the show that is there. Mm. Yeah. It's not like the Marvel movies. Doesn't really matter that they might be in the same universe. Yeah. There'll be articles about that, because it gets because those kinds of articles get clicks. That, oh, it's something's in the same universe as something else, that gets clicks. That's understandable that gets clicks. Curiosity is a natural thing, I think. I mean, exploiting curiosity is a thing the internet does with clicks. Um, but where am I going with this? Uh, but yeah, like it wouldn't. It's Watanabe said it because somebody asked him about it, because it's the sort of thing that would get clicks if they put it at the top of an article, uh, Or, you know, somebody was just curious about it, I guess. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is like it doesn't really matter as much as you might be, as much as like might be implied by those by like articles on the internet that say so. You know. Yeah, just like the way that the internet is cranking out articles for just like that say, you know, facts, but like not really thinking about, you know, like what does the choice to put this as our headline say about the information that we are putting there. And well, other people have talked about this more than I have. Like nobody this is a problem like with actual, you know, it's not just anime and movie things and criticism of film and anime and whatever, and games also, you know, games journalism, ethics in games journalism. I'm serious, I'm talking about it very very seriously though, not, you know, but yeah, like with politics as well, you know, like people reporting on political on like all of the things that Trump says or does don't know how to like, they do not know how to write their headlines in a way that actually implies what the thing means, and most people only read the headline and don't click past the headline to see how the headline is qualified by the article. As you know, the article will clarify, oh yeah, he said this thing, it's a lie. You know, like the if Trump lies about something, the headline will be Trump says blah blah blah, and not Trump lies about blah blah blah. And that's kind of how a big part of how we got here. But yeah, there's like the reporter, or I guess are they? Is she a reporter? Parker Molloy. I don't know if it's Molloy or Molloy, but Parker Molloy, who wrote about this thing. I'm gonna just media matter. I'm just gonna put the link to that in the chat. Wait, no. Shit, wrong. That's the wrong link. Why you can't? Why is that? What the hell? Hang on. Copy. The fuck? I thought I copy pasted the link. I just popped in the link to the fucking. The hell? There we go. All right, that's the. Yeah, that's the article I was talking about. It's well worth. It's well worth reading if y'all are interested and have time. I think it is a thing that we need to be aware of, that about how. I mean, ultimately, you know, the point of that article is that it is the responsibility of the reporters and like the news outlets to write headlines that don't mislead people to begin with. But, you know, as long as we're talking about it, so we might as well say, yeah, you know, we should be aware of how headlines can mislead us. We should be aware. I really hope so. I want to be optimistic about that, but well, you know, entertaining the idea that we might be in for 4 more years is not really helpful. I don't think. You know. Yeah. So I certainly hope that that will be the case, that Bernie will win the primary, and we will, and then we'll be able to at least get things somewhat in order, or at least less out of order. It'll still be a fucking mess, but you know. I mean, he is, you know, but the way it's set up, well, you know, it's not just our votes. Yeah, fingers crossed he doesn't pay Russia to hack the voting polls again. I really need to... God. I forgot about... when is the... Okay, April 28th is when the... Yeah, and then I need to get... I'm not sure how far in advance of the primaries I need to make sure I'm registered to vote, but I had better get on that. I mean, that's the thing, that, like, you can't just... You can't edge... Like, the way it's set up, you know, you can't really edge somebody out, you know, you have... It can't be, like, 50, say, you know, it can't... That's what happens. That's what happened with, in 2016, you know, was like, just Hillary had like just a little bit more votes than Trump, and then she lost anyway. You know, it had to be like either, you know, it had to be all or nothing, you know. It had to be all or nothing, or else a coin flip. And that's kind of nuts. Shit. Well, the laws are different in every state, and I mean, I'm not in my home state right now. Oh, great, and I guess they changed some of the laws and whatever. I'm in Canada, just voted the other day. The Electoral College is anti-democratic and should be... That is absolutely true. I mean, I don't think that's a controversial statement anymore to make. I don't think... I have not seen... Of all the things that can be disagreed with, I have seen nobody disagreeing with that on the interwebs. You know, they're not... We should be worried about it. It is a thing that we should absolutely be worried about. It is a... Yeah. The election, I mean. I'm disappointed Mr. Singe... I'm not sure who Mr. Singe is, but... There were so many candidates, though, running for... in the race, and now, like, it's... And now things are slowly being whittled down to... You know, everybody else in the race is just a formality that there's anybody in the race besides Warren and Sanders and Biden. It's a thing. Anyway, I'm gonna play some music. Certainly isn't I mean, it's... There are many proposed policy changes that aren't controversial, but... I mean, you know, it's not the people arguing about it. It's the... You know, it's the political parties that are artificially creating controversy that really does not exist among our populace. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Yep, that's City Girl. Her music is good. So I hope that everyone but Biden, Bernie, and Warren just... I hope everyone but Bernie and Warren just leave. Just... I mean... I know, like, nobody... I mean, Biden is, like, the only... But yeah, Bernie and Warren are, like, the only worthwhile candidates, and Warren is only... It's like Warren is only, like, worth voting for if, like, we have to, you know. They let you register to vote at the polling stations, and if you don't move, you don't need to re-register for the first time, at least where yeah, it's fucking ridiculous the way it works here. Like, it's not like that. You have to do everything all super proactively, and nobody wants to fucking do that. If Biden gets into the... Yeah, I'd prefer if Bernie got the nomination, but, like, you know... Like, in my mind, you know, Bernie is who I would prefer to be in the nomination, but if Elizabeth Warren gets the nomination, then, like, my position is just... whatever. You know, that's okay. That's okay. And yeah, if Biden gets the nomination, it'll just be another coin flip in the general election between, like it was with Hillary and Trump. Yep. That is true. That is all true. But Warren's supporters would obviously go for Bernie over Trump. Yeah, that's also true. That is also definitely true. Oh, God. Oh, right, the internet still isn't working except for YouTube for whatever reason. Is it working on my laptop for some reason? I feel like it might be. We need the orange Nazi out of office. Well, I mean, yes, obviously. You know, of course we do. That's not even a question. British politics would like to know your location. I don't know. I mean, I do know where I am, actually, but I mean, I'm not gonna just say that on... Does it matter? I don't know. Much. British politics are weird. Ugh. That's how it is. I'm threatening to come to your house and cuddle you with peace and love. Yes, please, please, please. I would like... Yeah, I'd prefer... Oh, hi, Black Iris. I think you just appeared. British politics are more dumb than American, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, but... They're... more dumb. I mean, you can't quantify it, can you? I think... it's more... British politics are... British and America... They're both dumb. We're both being very dumb. But we're being dumb in very distinct ways. And it's... The fun part is, if I really wanted to, I could start an election campaign in Britain, socially inept Spider-Man, and no one can stop me. Oh. British politics, yeah, like... You know, that's kind of funny. I was just kind of... When you have Sargon of Akkad... I mean, Sargon didn't win, you know. He wasn't competent at all in his campaign. He wasn't going to win. I mean, I'm sure he could have won if he had an actual good campaign strategist, but from what I could tell, he just kind of had himself and his stupidity. I don't think he, like, at least, like, you know, whatever stupid shit Trump said, you know, he had a PR department to get to the people he wanted to vote for him and confuse them. But like Sargon, you know, Sargon didn't have a Steve Bannon, so that wouldn't have happened. At least I don't think. I don't really know for sure. I'm sure somebody else could dispute that because they're smarter and they actually know about these things. Carl of Swindon was so much of a big, dumb hot potato, he lost his party holders. Just a waste of time. Really. All of that. You know, this reminds me of a Curious Cat thread of questions. Somebody asking Innuendo Studios on Curious Cat about 69-minute point. Nice. Yeah, but somebody asking Innuendo Studios about it on Curious Cat, and like he said, like, no, like, could leftist YouTubers do the Sargon thing? And like he said, well, no, because YouTubers aren't politicians. I mean, that was the crux of his arguments. YouTubers aren't politicians. I don't know. I mean, are they though? I mean, you know, we have regular people running for office and Congress and whatever right now. So, you know, like, they're not YouTubers, but they're truck drivers and waitresses. It's regular people. I mean, I think also, I think really, yeah, they could be. I think, though, that the sort of person that is likely to become a YouTuber is probably not the sort of person who would be likely to want to get out there and actually be... I mean, you know... Like... I do not have the... I do not have the charisma or, like, the wherewithal. Do I? Maybe I do. I would have to think about it. I do leftist content, and I could probably join the Labour Party if I wanted to. Yeah, I think that is definitely... That's... Yeah. I trust you more than 99% of politicians. Ooh. There's so much stuff that looks awful from anyone looking cursory at his past. I doubt he could win. Yeah. Every time, like, I think about of all of the things we are not doing as like every time I think of, oh yeah, we all have social anxiety and or like just aren't really in a position where we can, you know, all us terminally online people, what are we gonna have to do, or how are we gonna get past that? We don't really have an option to keep things that way. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but... Destiny is an actual piece of shit now. The way he debates would be so funny to see on an actual debate. Yeah, that would be... I don't know. I would show up... I would pay to see Bernie debate Destiny. That would... I would pay money to... If I had money. I would pay money for that. That would be entertaining. Can't do everything. Do what you can to the best of your abilities. I don't know if I want to talk about it on the stream much. Just because it's a bit... Doesn't matter too much. Anyway, what was I saying? The vote needs to be lowered to 16. There are so many progressives under the age of 18, and I hate that I can't do my part in the elections, but I still have to register. Yeah. Yeah, true that. There are so many fixes. Yeah, there are. I don't really I don't know really where to start with most of them, all of the many things that are wrong with, I mean, not just with the vote, but also with, like, the ways that those who do vote are manipulated to not vote in their interests. And, you know, but yeah, well, like like Ian says, people vote in their beliefs, not their self-interests. And that's the thing. I'm tired, but democracy in a neoliberal conservative society never works properly. Yeah. Probably not. I would not vote for the Green Party in 2020. I mean, I don't think that will be viable that ever, unless we can somehow like mass mobilize a larger, like a huge portion of our population, of the US population, to vote for to go third party or independence. And you know, that's really, and like it'd have to be like it'd have to be a big coordinated effort for it to work, and that's never going to and that's not going to happen too soon. So, well, I'd never vote for a third party. I want my vote to actually count. Yeah, I'm worried that the rural person. Yeah, I don't. God. Three main parties: conservatives, liberals, and NDP. Well, that's definitely a thing. Yeah. The Green Party claims to care about the environment, but at the same time they still support capitalism, so I don't trust them. Yeah. Honestly, I'd be fine with having a two-party system if the Dems weren't filled with a bunch of shitheads. I mean, more similar to Scandinavia. I don't know much about the Scandinavian economy. I would have to look into. If we root out the neolibs, then we're, oh god. I mean, that would be an undertaking, wouldn't it? Rooting out the neoliberals in a neoliberal world. I don't know. I really need to do a lot more reading of just everything. Just to have a better idea of all the super specific things, I guess. Is Scandinavia socialist? Well, all we need is to convince them that Disney and Amazon are bad. That's probably... Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. And also capitalism as a whole, but, you know, baby steps. One of my favorite songs on Now, Sour Please. Conservatives will never understand what socialism is, even if they lived in a socialist country. They'd live in a socialist country and be all good with it, like, but not call it socialist. Or think it's not socialist because it works for them. Oh god. I've known people who legit think that Obama's a socialist. What a thing. Hey, we noticed you washed up on a beach. We have a spare house for you now. Do you need any food? How about clothes, medicine? My, aren't you the good Christian? It splits the left vote, giving conservatives an edge. If center-left, you vote liberal. If you're farther left, generally you're NDP. He had a conservative majority in government, didn't he? Yeah, and that's the thing with, like, having more choices, I guess. Like, you know, you could have like 5 things to vote for, and then like 60% of the population, like, all collectively vote for 4 of the 5 things. And, you know, let's say it's about an even split between the 4 things, between the 60% of the population, and then, you know, the other 40% vote for the 5th thing. Then, you know, the 5th thing wins, even though the larger portion of the population didn't know what they wanted, but they apparently knew that they didn't want the 5th thing. Has that happened in an actual election before? I mean, I guess that's kind of happening with, I guess that's sort of a thing with Brexit. I don't know. Because, you know, all of these, like, distinct alternatives for Brexit that there could be, and it's like people not understanding, like, in what ways it would be done and how that would be good, and so the way, like, from the outside looking at it, kind of looks like, you know, everybody's focused on the things that they think they might want, and not the things that they know they don't want. isn't that weird? You know, shouldn't, like... Like, we all, like, everybody here, you know, everybody here in the US, like, we know we don't want Trump, but we're, like, all mangled up in, like, all of the things we think we want instead of that. I don't know how Brexit was done intentionally in the dumbest way possible so the Conservative Party can get away with making the UK nationalist. What a mess. I don't know, it's all... Just like watching it, just like the way that it's all set up and with all these ridiculous false dichotomies and things that, like, thinking about it makes my head spin sometimes. Ostensibly, like, this vague notion of independence, like, it's how I understood it. It's like everybody getting the idea that, like, the European Union was this strict mob, strict parents, and where, like, the UK is like, we're a rebellious teenager nation, and we want to be free of our overprotective mom, and we don't know why or for what. But we don't like our mom. I don't know. That's just a... It's weird. I don't even know if I said anything correct right there. But yeah, that's what I understood as, like, this vague idea of being free. Being free from globalized influence. Yeah, that's probably it. Then when the UK grows up and is in her 20s, we want her mom. I mean, yes. I'm thinking I might make a video about this, actually. Like, I haven't seen anybody on BreadTube, like, talk about what the family structure would look like in the socialist utopia, or the anarchist or communist or utopia, or whatever it is. I identify as anarchist, for, like, those of you who didn't know. My beliefs generally seem to, like, generally align with anarchist ideals, so, but yeah, like, I feel like I need to, like, do some more research before I can really, like, definitively say what I think, but at some point I'm probably going to make, at some point, if I can, like, sort out my ideas about this and find all the right information and other people's ideas, that I can cohesively coalesce into something worth arguing, I'm probably going to make a video about what I feel like the hierarchy of, like, well, not the hierarchy, you know, anarchists don't like hierarchies, but, like, the you know, the organization of family should be. It's like how like, you know, parental custody would work. It certainly shouldn't work. It certainly shouldn't work the way it is now. Like, you know, my views are very anarchist. It makes me cringe that my historically imperialist, slave-trading country thinks the EU is oppressing us. Yeah, that's... My views are very anarchist, but ANCOMs scare me, so I don't know how to properly identify. I mean, I was pushed towards anarchism by Thought Slime and American Johnson. Like I watched American Johnson's video series on like how anarchism would work in real life, and also all of Thought Slime's videos talking about what anarchism actually is, and and I was just like, it's like it was at that point that I just said, yeah, like, I mean, I don't like authority. I don't think I've never thought there's any good reason why one person should have power over another. So, like, yeah, that completely makes sense to me. I think I didn't like, and so, yeah, like, basically, like, I guess basically, like, and again, like, I don't know, I'm not sure, like, I'm not yet sure, like, what I think the structure would look like, in, like, very specific terms of functions and whatever, but yeah, like, my general philosophy towards, like, child raising in a hypothetical anarchist society is that, respect, like, just basically, just respect everybody's, like, autonomy, like everybody else, and as every kid's autonomy, like everybody else, and, like, except for, like, pragmatic reasons where it could be argued that, they need they need to have this guidance for purely pragmatic reasons. I mean, I'm against all authority, including my mom, I just don't like authorities in general. I've never liked, I've never liked the cops, I've never liked parents, I've never really liked government, like, just, I've never really liked the way that, yeah, I think that should definitely be, like, what communal child rearing. Yeah, like, cause the way it is now with everything, like, if like the way it is under our current systems, if there's like, if your kid isn't happy, like, in the long term with the situation that they live under with their parents, it's just kind of like, well, too bad. Your parents have ultimate legal authority over you, and you can't leave because blah 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 blah, and it's just like you couldn't, like, go live with, I don't know, your uncle or like your babysitter or somebody, because then that'd be a kidnapping, even if like you know. But yeah, like, you know, and my thoughts about it is, you know, like if a kid says, you know, they don't feel comfortable with their parents and don't like their parents and aren't living a life that they're happy with their parents, then like in my mind, you know, within the bounds of common sense, like then they should be like allowed to choose some other, you know, they should be allowed to choose to live a different life with a different set of parents. Treating your kid like a friend would make for a healthier relationship. Yeah, that would... Yeah. That was not how I grew up. I want cops reduced to documenters that can only really be called to document crimes, and then having a different group of people to force other people to go to their court dates should they be charged with something. I mean, isn't that kind of how it works, right? I mean, well, not with the cops being documenters. That doesn't work like that now. But like with a different group of people. Well, I guess ultimately, like, we'll call on the cops. But isn't it like somebody else who comes to subpoena to serve you a subpoena? Like I've never been served a subpoena before. Who serves subpoenas? Subpoenas. I don't know. Some of those words I just don't know how to pronounce because I've drafting. Oh right, the internet isn't really fully working. Yeah, I don't know how things work. I don't know how all of the things work. Who delivers a subpoena? That was what I was thinking about, yeah. Issued by a court clerk, a notary public, or a justice of the peace. Okay, yeah, and then it's delivered, okay, right, a sheriff or a marshal or... Okay, so it is a cop. I don't know why I thought it was, like, an attendant or whatever. Subpoena. Alright. Yeah, I just, like, had to look it up on Google because I was not sure. Yeah, like, I've never... I was at one point in the past subpoenaed for a court date. Well, not a court date, for a jury and to do jury duty, and I wasn't there, so I was, like, away at school and whatever. So, you know, that didn't happen. But yeah, like, my parents were the ones who told told them, yeah, you know, they're not here, so... I have quite a strange relationship with my parents. They aren't bad, but just stressful, and I'd much prefer to be able to live with my sister. Yeah, that would... my back is a little fuzzy. I've seen people being raised in different ways, and it just seems like a less loving relationship to me. That may not necessarily be true, but kids can't tell. Yeah, that seems about the long and short of it. Yeah. Yeah, like that's the weirdest, that's kind of the weirdest thing, you know. The argument for, you know, how the parents should have charge of the kids because the kids don't know what's good for them. And it's like, I mean, I don't know. They can figure out what's good for them, I'd hope. And, you know, if they need help, like, if they have, like, some... I don't know. It's kind of a bit, I'm sure it's a little bit different, like, different arguments can be made for, like, depending on how old the child is. My parents are bad and stressful, and I've considered going no contact with them a lot lately. Yeah, I had like an argument with my mom in an email exchange recently, and after that happened, like, I was just kind of like, yeah, and I don't want to talk about this, or I don't want to talk to her anymore. So I'm not doing that anymore, and I'm just ignoring things. Yeah. So that's how that is right now. Okay. It looks like the chat's winding down a little. So... This reminds me, I still haven't come out as trans to my dad. My parents know I'm trans, but I haven't really... I don't know. I used to be really fascinated by government and bureaucracy and thought it was cool even though I knew nothing about it. But as I grew older and learned about it, I became terrified of it and realized how fucked the system is. I like order and rules. I personally don't thrive in environments without order and rules, but kindness should always be the priority over rules. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's definitely true. I guess I've been talking over the album, the City Girl album, and it's almost... I mean, when I say that's definitely true, I mean, I agree. Like, I also like in some sense of direction into whatever, you know, but I don't, you know, I don't want that at the expense of... I largely don't talk to my mom, and I get a decent phone plan out of staying in her family system. My mom knows and is confused but accepting. Yeah, my mom seems like really ambivalent about it, and I don't know how to feel about what her reaction was. Yeah, it's like 10 seconds from being over, and there it goes. Yeah, that was the album. Chroma Velocity. That's how it ends. So, So I don't know what I'm doing now. I really don't know what to... I really don't know what to think of my mom or her politics or anything that she says in general. She's just kind of a big blah thing. What am I doing? Licks your nose. It's little things that make the world better, like your video on Simpfokir filled me with joy to watch. Thank you, thank you. Ooh. I am really glad that I made you, that I made people. It's how I found your channel. That series is near and dear to my gay heart, and I've been watching the series a long time, before I even knew I liked girls. Not a lot of people talk about the series, and your video is really interesting. I'm really glad. I'm really, really happy to hear that. I'm really just glad in general that you really liked the thing. Yeah, I wish... Yeah. I really wish my... I mean, I feel like Elon Musk should just be kept alive in general. I mean, because, like, in my opinion, Elon Musk has talent, and, like, he's just applying it in a neoliberal capitalist way. And if an Elon Musk were, born into a socialist utopia, like, I'm sure they would be a very useful person to have for our society. And we wouldn't, but they wouldn't, like, it would just look very different. And he'd just be one person helping people, helping a whole bunch of equally talented people out, doing all of the things. Because that would be... Yeah. I mean, like, it's the thing with everybody who says, oh yeah, climate change will solve... capitalism will solve climate change. And, like, it won't. But, like, I think it's more I think that the other kind of thing to be noted about there is not that just capitalism can't solve climate change, but that, okay, even if capitalism could solve climate change and did solve climate change in the future, like, so big yay for capitalism going and fucking up the environment and then stopping doing that. Okay. Like, that doesn't negate that, that doesn't make it all better because capitalism fixed its own problem. Like, I don't, like, I don't, like, I mean, I guess, like, the way to, like, I don't, like, if I, if I destroy, if I destroy all the things in your house and then replace and or fix all the things that were in your house that I broke, that, like, that doesn't, that doesn't release me of liability for breaking the thing, for breaking your shit, right? I do. Yeah. So that's just a not good argument. And so that you wouldn't trust the person who broke your shit to fix your shit. Or, in this case, the system. Yeah. You know. Boo. Elon hasn't even done anything. He's apparently working on it, I guess. I mean, I didn't say, like, Elon should be, like, keep doing what he does under socialism or whatever. Just, that it's like that would somehow make it better. Just more saying that, like, his talents would be useful if they were applied elsewhere in a different way. Shrug. I don't know. I'm sure I could be very wrong about that. Maybe he would be the most useless person ever. But, like, it wouldn't really matter because we're not really there's not really, because under socialism there wouldn't really be a burden on any one person to be super useful, so, like, who cares? He'd just be there, you know even if he did absolutely nothing. Yeah. The last thing he made was a car. I put it in yelling at Joyce in your Discord server. Yeah. I can't access the Discord server right now because the internet is only working for YouTube and Google right now, but I will look when the stream is over. Yeah. So I guess. What else could I be doing? No, it's you're close, but it's in I'm in Alabama right now. I might not be in a few months. I don't know what will happen, but jeez, I don't know. I don't really know what to think about all those things. Have the ISPs one. Maybe. Maybe they have. I have no idea. Jeez. Doing these streams and just talking for a long time really makes me super exhausted, and I don't know why or that is exactly. And that's the thing. So, boo. Have I ever played Valhalla? I should play it, I'm sure. I should get around to it. Probably. I probably will at some soon point in the future. I don't know. I'm just kind of looking around at the things that I have. To maybe play. I gotta go. If you want cuddles, ping me on Discord and I will cuddle you as long as you want. Ew. Alright. Alright, I will see you later. I see. Alright, bye bye. I like how most state stereotypes are that they talk funny. I should read Homestuck. I should probably read Homestuck. I liked Sarah Zedek's video about her Homestuck fanfiction, so I should probably have a look at it. Anyway, yeah. All right, bye bye, Rosie. Anyways, yeah, and thank you for coming. Yeah. Anyway. So I should probably read Homestuck and everything. I don't know. Hopefully I'll get around to it. Anyway. Oh god, it's almost 2 hours. But yeah, if I read it, I will probably like let everybody know that I read it and tweet about it. Oni-chan takes on a whole new meaning in Alabama. I should probably look up what you mean by that, but I don't know if I want to. So, well. Alright. I will, yeah, probably get into it. Anyway. Well, on that note, I think that I am just going to, I don't know. Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, I know what it means, but like, in Japanese, but I am not sure, like, what the context of taking on a whole new meaning in Alabama is, why Alabama is known for incest. Goodness. I don't know about things. Anyways, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to, anyway, yeah, I think I'm just going to end the stream while, or maybe, I don't know, do people want, I don't know, I feel really bad about cutting off this conversation about Japanese now, but I don't know if I want to end the stream or not. I'm not sure. To think about it. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Um. Anyway. Yeah. I think I'll just cut off the stream. Cut off the stream here. So for now, and I will probably stream again in like just yeah. I don't want to like be up super super late and just like not too late. Just doing this one thing just kind of melt. You know. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, and I will be around on Saturday to for the new video, and in maybe like a week or so, I will stream again and talk about the video, and probably have like a better plan for what else that I might do on the stream, and I'll probably go for longer. I'll play a game or whatever. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you everybody for coming. I will see all of you on Saturday. I hope, if the timing works out for everyone. And yeah. So yeah. All right. Good night. Ooh. Eee.